Welcome. This is Think Better, Do Good Better, your business platform, your entrepreneurship. Last time featuring here, please note that this platform is for purely business management, running businesses, helping business owners do better, evaluating businesses, marketing businesses, you know, interviews, doing that and undercover job. That's the kind of work we do. Marketing, insurance, mortgages, talk business, you have us. My name is Kato Mukasa, a trained economist and commercial lawyer. My specialization is international commercial law. I'm working today with Dennis Bongole, who is our IT specialist. This is a company that specializes in business, in entrepreneurship. We can do all things business. Now, today we are continuing with the main topic, which is the art of mastering discipline, the art of mastering self-discipline. Now, this is episode number 2, and I'm going to briefly get you through episode number 2. If you didn't watch episode 1, please go back through our videos, and you'll be able to watch episode number 1. Now, having said that, we start right away by looking at what is discipline. Let me remind you, I said in episode 1 that discipline is the difference between success and failure. The difference between success and failure is discipline. What you do correctly through your discipline makes you succeed, and what you do with the wrong discipline makes you fail. So by definition, simple definition from me is that discipline is the difference between success and failure. Now, if you're going to succeed as a business guru, as a business owner, as a startup, you must put your act together and know that you are purely disciplined. And discipline is a big thing. That's why this is episode number 2. Now, number 1 and episode number 2 is that you must question your expertise. Number 1, under this episode, if you are going to be a person with discipline, please question your expertise. Question your expertise. Number 1 under this segment. Dennis will be alerting me if we are streaming very well, and if the internet is working so superbly, he will be putting bullets on the screen as we usually do. But if you can still watch this and you can still hear me, I'll simply continue. Now, having said that, we are saying that number 1 is always to question your expertise. I am a trained economist. My specialization is international commercial law, but still I consult on issues to do with IP, issues to do with internet jurisdiction, issues to do with the insurance. You keep on financial markets. You keep on consulting those who know better than you, those who are more into practice than you. So the discipline of someone who's going to succeed is always to question their expertise. And it gives us number 2 here. Don't be overconfident. Don't be overconfident. Don't be overconfident. Episode number 2, the art of mastering self-discipline. Part 1 under this episode number 2, I said question your expertise. That was part 1. Now, bullet number 1 under discipline. Bullet number 2, I'm now bringing out is that you have to avoid being overconfident. Avoid being overconfident. Question your expertise, yes, but also avoid being overconfident. Be able to know that you can make mistakes, and therefore you can improve on yourself, on your methodology, on your funnels, the approaches we use in marketing, and on our strategies every day. Now, the other issue I want you to focus on is to keep on assessing your habits. habits, the way we do things. Please check your habits. Are you a daily drinking officer? Are you a womanizer, as they put it? Are you someone who's disrespectful? Are you someone who comes to work late? Are you someone who is drinking alcohol at the same time you are working? You're insulting workers, you don't reply to emails? Those are bad habits. Learn to develop good habits which get you money. Now, good habits include, I can give you some of my good habits. Reading. I do read, and because I do read, I earn money out of reading. Writing is another habit I have mastered. Communication. That's why I'm talking with you right now. It's a beautiful habit I've mastered. Timekeeping. I want to keep time is another beautiful habit I have developed. And accountability, being transparent. Those are good habits, and habits make discipline. Now, the other issue about which is part of discipline is the confirmation bias. I'll be having master classes right on this set where I'm going to take you through critical thinking, and we shall be looking at fallacies, logical fallacies people based on, and they run their businesses down. Now, one of these fallacies is the confirmation bias, where people are going to tell you what is actually true, but because in the back of your mind you think it has been told to you to be this is the fact, then you are going to dismiss. For example, someone is going to be talking about witchcraft, and someone is going to tell you that your business is failing because your competitor is actually bewitching you. This is Africa I'm talking about, because in Europe I will rarely hear about people talking about witchcraft. But in Africa, the business is failing, the car's got an accident. Someone is saying, oh, you see, so and so said it will get an accident. So and so is against our business. You see, there is juju, as they call it. Now, a thinking in witchcraft is a bad habit, is bad discipline, but it is confirmation bias. Because your beliefs crowd your thinking. That even if I told you that the accident happened because the braking system of the car had worn out, because the driver was drunk, that is scientific. If there is a report on that, why don't you take what the police officers have told you, than you thinking that your competitor is bewitching you? I've seen women in Africa who fail to conceive, and they begin saying, you see, my co-wife is the one who is bewitching me. That's why I cannot conceive. You can't imagine someone stupid is thinking that another one is bewitching them to avoid not to conceive a baby, not to get pregnant, honestly, when they know honestly that you can fail to conceive because your husband has a problem, cannot actually ejaculate lifespans, or they are so weak to travel to where they must go, or your tubes as a woman, your uterus has a problem, and other scientifically proven explanations which tell you why a woman cannot conceive, or why a man cannot make a woman conceive. But because we have a confirmation bias, even when the scientists tell you, look, you lady has a problem, you still say, you see, I'm being bewitched. You see. Now, once you have that mentality of confirmation bias, it's a bad discipline. Trust me, you are going to fail. Now, the other thing which you must master is to accept that you don't know, accept your ignorance, so that you can be able to improve. Keep on learning, keep on searching the truth. If you are going to be a good business person, keep on innovating, looking for better ways of doing things. Never do the same thing repeatedly when it's giving you the same bad results. Insanity means doing the same wrong thing, expecting a better result. That is insanity. You must be mad. Insanity means doing the same bad routine, the same bad habit, the same bad practice, thinking you'll get better results, when actually you always get bad results. It means you are insane. It's a bad habit. You don't have the discipline to win. Now, Having said that, what is also very important is to be charitable, is to be kind, is to be ethical. Now, these are things we must consider if you are going to do business successfully. We must know our limits as a discipline. Know your limit. Know that there are issues you won't be able to handle. Know your boundaries. Involve others. Use teamwork. Discipline is the key we're talking about here. Discipline. It takes someone who's disciplined to say, I'm wrong here and I need advice. Ask for help. Always ask for help. And be detail oriented. Look at details. Love data. Books of accounts. Be accountable. Be the image of the company. It takes a disciplined person to leave office at 10, but also to arrive at office at 5 or 6 when you are the owner of the business. It takes discipline to do that, you know. And lastly, be frugal. Be frugal. Frugal. Benjamin Franklin, one of the guys who taught me finance, of course, reading his works. He's an American who died a long time ago. But I loved his formulas when I was in the School of Economics. Benjamin Franklin talked about frugality. And when you read other books, Kawasaki Rich Dad Poor Dad, frugality is a discipline to know that this money does not belong to me. This money belongs to the business, and this money must be invested back into the business. That if the business makes money, actually it's not my money. What I can only earn is the profit. And I have room to invest this money back into the business. Frugality is so important. So important. So important. Be frugal, my dear. Be frugal. Earn money, invest it back into the business. Frugality is the issue here. Avoid being overconfident. Don't trust your expertise, always ask. Avoid ignorance, avoid confirmation bias. Intelligence is not enough. I have 3 degrees, 2 degrees in law, 1 degree in economics, but I still think I don't know. I need to consult. I need to attend workshops. I need to read. I need to consult my professors on so many things, international economics. I'm in the UK now, and I'm still learning the system again, even when I was learning it when I was studying, because I did money laundering as my thesis for my master's degree, banking and money laundering. But I still want to know stuff on IP, intellectual property, issues to do with mortgages, banking, insurance. I keep on learning. Learning does not end. Learning only ends when you are dead. Now, that's the discipline. Now, I'm going to wind this episode right here. I'm going to invite my colleague, Dennis, to display some images, about 6 of them, and then we shall wrap this episode. Dennis, if you can display some of these images. Of course, I've written a book, Think for Yourself and Do Good Better. Please, these are free master classes. You support us by at least buying a book. Please visit our website, visit Amazon, and also get your copy of book. Don't be emotional driven. Be able to tolerate, be able to cooperate with others, you know. Yeah, greed. Capitalism gives us greed, that we are not contented even with what we have, and always learn to walk alone if what you're doing is right. Critical thinking. Don't make people make you eat the Bible thinking that everything there is right. My friend, there are so many errors and inaccuracies in that book. Think for yourself. As a business owner, as a manager, as a CEO, you may be exercising, you know, and you eating at the same time. Frugality is the key here. She's exercising, she's eating. How do you cut your weight if you don't have the discipline it takes to do good, better? You know, read books. I do read books. I began reading books when I was 12 years. Don't be like this dummy. Looks real, but is a dummy. Don't be a dummy. Discipline requires you don't become a dummy. We move on, Dennis. And this is beautiful, you know. Stress, work can give you stress. Look what that guy is stressed. Teamwork is the key here. Is a discipline you have to develop. Teamwork, work with others, regardless of their gender, their race. We are all human beings. We are all Africans. We can work together without intimidation of science. Be willing to travel, go to places, learn. I've gone to the US, I've been to the UK, Netherlands, Norway, Belgium. I've traveled all these countries, you know. Now, I get knowledge, you know. Be like this, but these guys are always consulting. I love the Nordic people. If you get tired, learn to rest, not to quit. Don't quit. The discipline should be persistence. Keep on fighting. Keep on working. This guy is in the office working and working and working. That is discipline. It gives us equity and equality. I want to explain the difference between equity and equality and why I am rooting for equity every time. I want people to have equity all the time. You know, discipline takes that. Capitalism has destroyed discipline. We must have the discipline to see far, the discipline to love each other, the discipline to mind our. These are my books I've written. You can check them on Amazon. I'm an author. I have a great team I work with. I've been writing since 2007. My first consultants with the government of Uganda in 2008. Having written my book in 2007, I became a consultant economist with the Minister of Gender and at the Department of the National Youth Council. And my boss by then was the current Vice President of Uganda, Jessica Arupo. So I was consulting with the government of Uganda. I have worked with international organizations, international companies. So the expertise I have with my team, I encourage you to really make use of it, embrace it, give us work. We are willing to work with you. Remember, this is Think Better, Do Good Better. We are going to be giving you more of these episodes. Today was episode 2 of The Art of Mastering Self-Discipline, and we shall be coming back with yet another beautiful episode. Please remember to subscribe, hit that button, but also hit the notification bell so that you can get the videos as soon as they drop on the StreamYard. See you in the next one.